Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's going on?
And we're back, for real, we're back. What is going on, man?
Not much. How's it going with
everybody
you?
out there in the world? I am fantastic. I'm here. I'm alive.
I'm sad that I'm almost out.
Sipping some water.
We could call that. We'll call that water
All right.
of the spirit.
Oh yeah.
It's
Nice.
pineapple pear.
Pineapple pear. Never heard of it.
It's a locally brewed wine.
Okay.
It's a
Where?
fruit wine. High Gravity in Tulsa.
Okay. Nice.
Really good stuff. I I opened the bottle tonight
Yeah.
and emptied the bottle tonight.
Fantastic.
So, hey, how have you been doing?
Fantastic.
How's it been going?
Man, things are great. I'm ready to just jump in. I want to see where you're going to take us. I just have a feeling that you're going to sail this ship.
Oh, am I sailing this ship?
Where it needs to go.
Hey, without giving too much information, did you buy what you needed to buy today?
I did not, no.
Disappointing. All right, we'll pick this up. So, for you all out there, like, comment, subscribe,
Absolutely.
rate us, give us a good rating on your favorite audio streaming site of your choice, wherever you listen to us. Even if you're outside the United States, you can't understand a word I'm saying.
That's right.
Where were those?
We need to learn how to say like, comment, and subscribe in like 12 different languages.
Yeah, I ain't got the mental capacity for that most nights. So let's. I don't think I want to offend those countries that bad.
Oh goodness.
So let's not do that. All right. So what do we want
to get into, man?
Let's jump.
What are we gonna do?
Let's jump straight into this Pokemon Presents that happened Wednesday.
Okay.
So, honestly, kind of what I thought it would be. It was. So they opened up. I needed to rewatch it because I kind of forgot most of what was in it because it really wasn't that memorable.
Right.
But they did announce that Pokemon Unite is coming to mobile.
That's right.
I did pre-register for the mobile version because there is some crossover, and I think if you pre-register the mobile, you get Pikachu for free and you get one of his costumes for free. And if you link your Nintendo account, your Zeraora on your Switch will move over to your mobile. That's the only way to get Zeraora in the mobile. I'm hoping that the Pikachu, that it is cross-play or cross-progression.
Right.
Where all of the, your level and everything will come over.
It's supposed to be, from what I understand.
And if I get a free Pikachu for pre-registering on the mobile, that means I won't have to buy Pikachu on my Switch.
Right.
I'll gain a free on that one. They dropped... Who did they drop the other day?
They, for sure, dropped Blissey.
Blissey, okay.
I think Blissey's in the game now. And then they said that Mamoswine
and Sylveon.
Yeah, Sylveon will be in there.
Will be coming in. And what's weird is I was talking to a guy last weekend. I was at one of the local game stores, and me and him got talking about Pokemon Unite, and he made comments about how Squirtle was in the playable demo. You couldn't play with him, all of the beta testing going at the beginning.
Right.
He was in the game, and he mentioned that in the tutorial of the current build, you play against a Bulbasaur, and I think there's one of the tutorials where you play with, like where you're alongside a Bulbasaur. He's fully built in the game. Squirtle. Yes, I'm sorry. You play as Bulbasaur. I think there's a Squirtle beside you. Squirtle's in the game.
I don't remember that, but
he's in the game.
It would make sense, because it doesn't make sense that you would have Venusaur and Charizard, but you wouldn't have Blastoise. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly, and if I want Blastoise, so that's okay. And then going forward, they announced. I'm pulling this all from up here. I'm not even looking at anything here. They announced Remix Cafe Mix, or whatever the crap they called that game.
Yeah, Pokemon Cafe Remix.
Yeah, which nobody really cares.
And is that a new game, or is that an update to the Pokemon Cafe?
It just says here, Pokemon's touch-based puzzle game for Nintendo Switch and mobile device is getting an exciting revamp this fall, along with a new name. So I don't.
Okay, so it's basically they're just updating the game. Sounds like.
Yes, who knows? Who plays this game really? I mean, it's.
I haven't played it in a long time. It was super busy. Maybe that, I don't know if that's the right word, but there was just so much going on. I didn't understand it, and I just lost interest.
For you Pokemon Go people, I guess Zamazenta, the two legendaries from Sword and Shield, Zacian and Zamazenta, are going to be in 5-star raid battles starting in August.
They're already out. Today, the
20th.
They dropped today.
Yes, they did today. And then I guess a couple select Galar Pokemon are going to be found in the wild.
You get the squirrel, you get the sheep, and then you get that long fighting caterpillar thing. And I have seen that in the wild, and it is crazy because it is ridiculously long. It's like half a city block is basically what it takes up in the game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the fire bug.
I think it's fighting. It's just fighting. But it looks like a bug, but it's just a fighting type.
Oh, then I don't know. Oh, Phalanx.
Yes, that one. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I kind of checked out during that part of the presents. They were
in 3-star battles, and one of our coworkers who is like really into the game, super into the game, she was telling me that they actually they had to remove Phalanx from the 3-star battles because it was glitching whenever you would open it up to battle it. It was coming in all distorted, so they just completely removed it and then increased its wild spawn rate. But now you can get a shiny Galarian Weezing in, I think, 3-star battles. And there's another Galarian form of something that you can get shiny. There's shiny chance. So that's out there.
So also they announced a special edition Dialga and Palkia Nintendo Switch Lite that'll drop November 5th. Not gonna pick that one up. Now,
no, not either.
I will make you a deal. I was thinking about this the other day. If I get a capture card, this is gonna be like a perfect storm situation. If I end up getting a capture card before, what is it, November 19th is when Diamond and Pearl come out? Is it November? That's the date that I'm seeing here. But
maybe.
If I go to Walmart and it's discounted, I might pick one of them up. But that's only if I have a way of recording a playthrough.
Right.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. It looked interesting. I've said it before. I've never played the originals, but it looked pretty interesting. I liked the underground I like that concept
Everything,
of being able to generate things.
everything they showed in the direct or in this presents, it's like, yeah, that's nothing that I wouldn't touch most of that in the game. Like the cavern that you could decorate, the like those beauty contest stuff. I would
Yeah,
never.
I've never been a fan of those.
It's like I don't care about all that extra
But
stuff.
one thing
Like
that would be interesting, that would be neat. Did you ever play the originals?
very little.
I think it would be neat to go through the game. That way, you can cross-reference when Legends Arceus comes out, and then you can
Yeah,
kind of see the regions and what they look like in the past. And since the games are coming out so close to each other,
yeah,
basically, it would take me 3 months to finish the base game because I can only play like this much at a time,
yeah.
and then I could finish that and then go into the new game, and then be like, oh, this is what this looked like 10,000 years ago, or whatever the time frame is.
Yeah. Um.
But man, that looks Legends Arceus just keeps looking
So I got
better and better, man. It's gorgeous.
I got a question for you, sir. Out of the out of the three starters, which make no sense why they picked those three starters for Arceus, which one do you see you starting with?
Rowlet, 100%.
That's like easy mode for the game, though, in my opinion. Because once he evolves into Diodueye, like
That's why I want him, because that is just like one of the coolest out there.
He's one of the
One of the coolest.
He's one of the most broken, easy. Like he runs through everything. Like I did a Nuzlocke in Sword and Shield, I think, and I had a Diodueye, and I never struggled in any battle. Now that was a ghost only playthrough. I used only ghost type, but
right.
Still, like
yeah, I've never used it before. I picked when I played Moon. I picked the that water type, Poplio, I think is what it's called.
Poplio, yeah.
That's who I went through, and that was fantastic. It evolves to a water fairy as its final evolution. And it was
I always
pretty good.
I never liked Poplio until I did a different playthrough, where I think I got a Poplio and got it evolved late game, and fantastic, like actually really good. Well, because Fairy's kind of also broken in Sword and Shield.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah, the fairy type is. So it's pretty much rocking. But I love that Decidueye, and so I would love to be able to just pick Rowlet as my starter, get it going.
Cyndaquil all the way.
I know that's who Gert's gonna go. Cyndaquil's Gert's maybe.
Because that stupid freaking otter thing I hate. Whatever its name is, that water type.
Yeah, like Oshawott.
Why? Why? That's so frustrating. It's because there's so many better water type starters.
Right.
Like if I had to rank my water type starters, he would be at the bottom. Like
really,
hands down. Yeah. His final.
My least favorite is that crocodile one.
Totodile?
Totodile. That's my least favorite.
Dude, Totodile's a freaking beast. Dude, the final evolution.
Totodile would be at my bottom, but then Oshawott would be the next one above it.
I don't know. There's been so many. I guess water type is my favorite of all the starters, because I always favored, Squirtle. And then there was Totodile.
So we need to have that's one of our episodes needs to be where we just rank the starters like based on type, and we'll go through every water type and we'll rank them and score them, and then we'll combine our scores to average them out, and then be like, this is the Pantless Podcast official ranking of all water type starters, and then we'll do the same thing for the other ones, fire and grass. We could probably fill an entire episode with just that.
Yeah, because Mudkip was the other one.
Mudkip is fantastic.
Yeah.
When you get that fully evolved, it's that water ground.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh, it's so good, so good.
The penguin wasn't very good.
Man.
Then there's the frog. I don't remember most of their names, so back off.
I don't know. The frog was cool because that one turns into Greninja.
Yeah, Froakie, phenomenal. Piplup was the penguin, and he'd be right above Oshawott as the bottom two.
Yeah, I would put
because even Sobble, Sobble's great. You know,
Sobble's yeah.
So, what do you think of the variants that they brought out?
They were, I don't know, unnecessary, kind of weird. But yeah, they're making it fresh, I guess.
It could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be cool if they were variants of Pokemon that you can only find there. But don't they have variants of Pokemon that aren't even in that region later in the game, but are in other regions? I'd have to go back and look.
So there was
I don't like that.
There was the new Growlithe.
Which I'm sure you could find that in the original games.
Yes, Growlithe is
in Pearl. I mean, and I'm talking about the Sinnoh region in Diamond and Pearl. Like,
I didn't know the
find in Diamond and Pearl.
I'm not even worried about it. I don't even care about that because this game's going to be more than just more than your traditional Pokemon game. I liked.
But I want it to make sense. I don't like when they do stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, I like the fact that Rowlet's there, kind of, because I want to play with Rowlet, but it doesn't make sense. Because Rowlet wasn't in the Sinnoh region.
Well, they actually did explain that in this trailer. They said that the professor had been traveling across all the different continents, and the three starters are Pokemon that he's picked up in other regions and are bringing back.
Ah, okay. At least, okay, that makes sense. That's good.
Growlithe, he'll sound like he's going to be a rock fire.
Okay.
Braviary, I think, is going to be flying fairy. Or no, flying psychic. I'm sorry, psychic and flying.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting, which is a kind of an interesting combination, and I'm curious what the first evolution will look like. And Braviary is always one of those Pokemon that always is found late game, and I never use them. I've never used a Braviary in a game because you catch them so late game that generally by then I already have my party and I'm not switching.
Right.
I want to see what an Arcanine is going to look like. I want to evolve a Growlithe and figure out what the Arcanine is going to look like. Weirdeer looks awesome.
Weirdeer?
Yeah, that was that deer that was up on the top of the ridge. It's the.
I don't remember it being called Weirdeer.
They named it later in the. If you didn't watch all the way to the end, near the end, they actually give it a name.
Oh, like that's not the kind of Pokemon it is, because
that's actually it's evolved from Stantler.
Yeah.
Stantler has never had an evolution. This is a new regional evolution of Stantler called Weirdeer. WYR deer.
Okay, so it's gonna be like a dragon type, probably.
Didn't say it's typing. Didn't even suggest that. I know that Stantler, I think, is normal psychic.
Because isn't the WYR, doesn't that like typically translate to some type of dragon? Like, I don't know. I'm not a linguist, but I always thought.
I know like Werebear is always kind of like a transformation from like human to bear. But that's
right. But that's usually like
that's
WERE.
Yeah. The other one I'm interested in is that big giant fish you ride on.
Yeah, I saw that. That's new.
Basculegion, which evolves from that fish, Basculin. It's one of the fish. Well, it's one of the water type that you can fish for in Sword and Shield. God dang it.
The one that has colored variants?
I believe so, yes.
Like you have the blue one and the red one?
Yes, that one. He didn't. He's never had an evolution. He now has an evolution.
Okay.
And it's this variant here. I guarantee there's going to be more. They only announced 2 variants of older Pokemon and then 2 new evolutions. I wish that they almost just don't give us any more and let them be surprises.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Because I think they tell us too much.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just say, be on the lookout for new Pokemon. And then that way we can be anticipating new ones. And like,
I would love to not have a number. Don't tell us, oh, there's only going to be 400. Don't cause that controversy. Just when people are like, hey, how many Pokemon in this game? There might be some.
Right.
And don't.
I wonder if you're going to be able to transfer them into Pokemon Home.
You missed the end of the presents again.
Crap. So I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Because I know at one point I had stopped right after they did the main Legends of Arceus, and they're like, and now we'll finish up with some details about Legends of Arceus, and then I was like, oh, I got to go back to work. So
that's when they started talking about the variants. So ranked battles will not be coming to these 2 games. Ranked battles will stay in Sword and Shield.
Okay.
You can do online battling in these games, but all the ranked and all the world tournament stuff will stay in Sword and Shield. Home support comes in, like, I think sometime in, like, mid-22. So you won't be able to use home support in Diamond and Pearl at the beginning. You'll have to wait. It's almost like when Sword and Shield first came out.
Right. I'm talking about Arceus. Will you be able to use home in Arceus?
Arceus will have home support as well.
Nice. So you'll be able to transfer. I wonder if you'll be able to transfer the new variants into Sword and Shield.
It'll expand your national dex in home.
Right.
So.
But if you can transfer the variants from that game into Sword and Shield, then that means like Pokemon they're like immortal. Because if this game is from thousands of years ago, and then you could move them over and play in the future with the 3,000-year-old Pokemon.
I don't see them updating Sword and Shield to accept Weirdeer and Basculegion. Because they'd have to update those games, because those Pokemon don't exist in the coding of that game. Same with the regional variants of Growlithe and Braviary. I don't think they'll go backwards like that. So, you're looking too much into the meta and the lore of the immortal thing. It's a video game, Austin. So,
I'm just curious.
I know. But, honestly, I was happy with the Pokemon Presents. I think they did some good things. Got more gameplay. The way you're gonna fight in Arceus looks interesting.
Yeah.
Wild Pokemon can actually attack you, the trainer, in the wild, and you can faint, and it'll take you back to town. Which is interesting. There's gonna be like a stealth element to it. It looks like they're doing more of a JRPG, like the turn-based fighting, like when Pokemon and Pokemon are fighting. It's not your traditional, I do a move, you do a move. We pick our moves at the same time. There's actually a bar on the side where it shows Like if you have a high speed character, you have the potential of attacking 2 to 3 times in a row if they're slow enough.
Right.
And it'll track and you can see like I think 10 moves in advance. And if you choose, I guess there's like different moves. If you do I can't remember what they're called, but if you do like an agility move, you gain speed and you gain extra attacks in that bar. If you do like a strength attack, you hit harder, but it lowers your speed and you may give them 2 straight attacks.
Right.
So, looks like it's way more interesting. And what I liked is you literally would throw your Pokeball, like you have to equip the Pokeball of the Pokemon you want to fight and throw it in front of the Pokemon you want to fight, and then the fight just happens right there in front of you. It doesn't like change. It doesn't warp to like a set battle screen. The battle happens right there in the world. It's still like a stationary battle, but it happens in the world. It's more organic, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am excited. So, enough.
It looks good.
Enough Pokemon talk. Let's move to movies.
Retro movie review.
Alright.
I didn't have anything fancy there.
In our Air Force Ones.
Air Force One. I forgot how good this movie was. I haven't seen it in so long. I haven't watched Air Force One.
I don't think I've ever seen it. So.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm one of those guys.
This movie had so many, like, known 90s actors and actresses in this movie. Like, most of the...
Right.
Like, even, like, the Russians...
Yeah.
Like, the henchman... Because the pilot, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all of his chief of staff, all those guys are actors I've seen before.
Yep.
William H. Macy, phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
The world, you know, lost a good one with him when he passed all them years ago.
What?
William H. Macy, he died like in the early 2000s, didn't he?
No, he's still acting.
Didn't he the one that died?
No, because he's still acting. He's in Shameless, and that show like this year finished its last season.
Okay, he didn't die. I'm thinking of a different actor. I thought he was the one that... Who am I thinking of then?
I'm trying to think of who you might be thinking of.
There was an actor that was... I guess I am thinking of her. I will cut that out so I don't sound like an idiot. Moving forward. Well, I probably won't. I'll probably get lazy, but... Wow, why did I think he was the one that passed away? It was the other guy.
No, I'm kind of curious to know who you're thinking of.
I'll figure it out later. But
okay.
No, just the one-liners that Harrison Ford gives in this movie are just fantastic.
I don't really recall one-liners.
Get off my plane.
Yeah.
It's like, yes. And Gary Oldman, fantastic. And you gotta love you some classic Glenn Close.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought it was gonna turn out like she was the bad guy. I thought she was gonna be the one pulling all the strings.
Now, not to get overly political, but is it crazy that there was a female vice president in a movie made in '97?
That's pretty impressive. It really is.
And we had our first, just this,
Yeah, this past election. So that was what year did that come out?
97.
97. So, was 23 years it took for that to come to reality?
Yeah. So, all right. Out of 100, what do you think 25 critics gave it?
I think they liked it. I think they gave it a 73.
I'm very disappointed with this Metacritic. 61.
Ooh, what? That's wrong. That is wrong. Those people are liars. This was actually really good.
Yeah, these critics are garbage. So 130 users out of a 10 scale.
I know the users liked it. They're going to give it an 8.5.
6.9. This movie wasn't well received, I guess.
Why? This was a lot better than some of the ones we've seen recently. And the acting was so much better. Like, we've gone through a dry spell of movies with good acting, like consistent good acting. And
I know. Trust me.
This was great acting the whole way through. So that's really surprising. I don't understand that.
No, I don't. Yeah. Ooh. You want to know what Charles Cassidy Jr. has to say on Common Sense Media?
I don't know, do I?
Old Charles.
What does Charles have to say?
I have a feeling old Charles has been one of the interesting ones. Ford makes far-fetched action hero Prez electable.
What does that mean?
I don't. That was a hard sentence to read.
What does that even mean? So he makes him electable.
Is that
so? So it's like kind of like a backhanded compliment almost. Like,
I almost want to make that.
This was a stupid idea, but he did a good job.
I almost want that to be the name of this episode.
Oh gosh! Say it again.
Ford makes far-fetched action hero Prez electable.
Okay.
My brain doesn't even want to read. I want to.
Yeah, that's
parents say age 13 plus 5-star.
Okay.
Kids say age 12 plus 5-star. So.
Okay.
I don't think my kids would sit through this movie.
I don't think my kids would either. I don't think they would.
My two oldest, which are between those, I don't think either one of them. They'd be like, "This is boring," and they go do something else.
Yeah, I liked go back to the names when Gary Oldman said that he had like all these things that the president would care about, like including his baseball glove.
No.
I was like immediately I'm thinking, oh, the title of our show should be Not the Baseball Glove.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That was kind of funny.
Oh, and like how as he's getting on the plane, all he wants to do is go in his office, drink, and watch the Michigan game. And everybody keeps trying to ruin it. He's got it on He's got it recorded. And then the one guy's like, "Yeah, 14-13, yeah, go Michigan." And he's like, and then it shows him like passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
It's like that's actually quite hilarious. All right. Let's jump into this bad boy.
Do it.
Positive messages.
Positive messages. This is a tough one. I'm gonna give it a 1.
3 out of 5.
A 3. Okay.
They don't get much better than the hero, a strong dad, loving husband, concerned president, who actually dares to set ethical policies and write his own speeches over the heads of Washington hacks. Ooh, it's gonna get political.
Oh man, snap!
A war hero who is also fearless and heroic. No,
what's his name? Charles?
Yeah. No,
Charles.
You never learn what party he represents. Sorry. Secret Service agents are portrayed as courageous and self-sacrificing, which they are.
Right.
A woman vice president. There it is.
Yeah.
Whose authority and strength is questioned by both the villains and her own government, refuses to cave into pressure.
It's true. Although she did make some questionable calls, and I was like, no.
Well, what government
Like,
official doesn't? Oh,
I guess that's true. I guess no matter what she would have done, it would have been questionable, right? So.
yeah. I think even if she was a dude, that one guy would have been trying to take over. No
Oh
matter
yeah,
what.
yeah. They're all power hungry
Yeah. What would
jerks
you?
over there. So.
I don't know. I already don't agree with this one. Of violence.
Violence, I would give it a. Man, this is probably a 4.
It's a 3.
A 3, okay.
There were several shootouts and like dudes getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what their scaling is. I want to know what a movie that would that would hit a 5.
Right?
Like the new Mortal Kombat, maybe. It'd probably be a 4.
Maybe.
All right. A lot of gunfire, hand-to-hand combat, resulting in broken necks, bullet casualties, airborne explosions, and Warcraft dogfighting. This guy doesn't know how to English.
I like those. I like the dogfights.
Yeah. Ooh, we need to find a.
I wish there would have been more.
Ooh. Sex is not present. Not even clickable.
Oh, he and his wife kiss a lot.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't count that as. That didn't count. This was actually a very fairly clean movie, except for language.
Language was probably a 3.
That is a 3. The S word a few times, the F word once, and a son of a B.
Yeah.
I thought I heard more language than that, but I guess they were speaking Russian and I couldn't understand them. So, all right. Ooh, consumerism.
2.
3.
3.
It's the highest consumerism I've seen of any movie we've done, I believe. But nothing specific. Beverage labels, cable news channel names.
Right. I saw Bud. I saw like a bunch of cases of Bud.
Mm-hmm.
I saw packages of Bounty. And then, yeah, they showed CNN.
Well, like, when he was down in that storage, there was all that food in those refrigerators. And they were all brands I'd never heard of. Like, the milk was some weird brand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think that milk was real.
Yeah, fake milk. Fake news.
Fake milk.
Wow, this guy doesn't like to use words. Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
I don't think that was present, was it?
3 out of 5.
Really? Drinking,
just
drugs, and
says-
smoking. What was there?
He wrote 2 words. Social
Okay.
drinking.
Social drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to think. I don't even. Just when was that? When was there drinking at all?
He was drinking before the plane got taken over, because he was drinking beer before when he was trying to get him to watch the game.
Is that what it was?
I think that's about the only time there really was any drinking, and I know Oldman's character was smoking multiple times, which he didn't even mention that. Lame. The Russian guys were smoking. Yeah, there was a couple of times when he was sitting there, he just had a cigarette in his mouth. Parents need to know that violence in the film includes close-range shootings of innocent hostages and death threats to women and an adolescent girl. There is also scattered profanity, but in general, the R rating is pretty surprising. Seems that MPAA has slapped PG-13s on nastier films than this.
Oh, this one was an R-rated movie?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think you shoot somebody.
Yeah, because
you shoot somebody in the
I don't
head and show it. I mean, that's a lot of the stuff they did. Plus, Oldman's character getting his neck snapped at the end. There was just a lot of death scenes.
That is true.
And what you don't what a lot of people don't pay attention to is this was a '97 movie. Ratings were a little different at that time.
Right.
But also there were movies that were PG-13 back then that would be R now. It's weird. I guess as soon as you fictionally kidnap a president, R rating.
Right. Yeah.
So overall, what'd you think?
Thinking of kidnapping a president real quick. Did you hear about that guy from he's somewhere up here in Oklahoma? I think in Tulsa, that was threatening the president
No.
and got arrested. He went on Facebook and said that he was going to kill the president and the Congress unless they gave him money back for the Trail of Tears.
Wow,
And
he's going way back.
And not just him, but the entire state of Oklahoma. It was the state of Oklahoma, and then it was like his city, and then his family, because of monies that were owed to him prior to the Trail of Tears. And like he just kept posting on Facebook saying, if you don't give us our money in 48 hours, I'm coming for you. And he got arrested, and he pled guilty. I was like, oh, yay, Oklahoma, representing.
Get it.
That was like a Florida man thing, but no, that was one of our local boys.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the acting was so good. I'm not used to it. Like, we've had some pretty rough movies the past few weeks.
Next movie could be rough.
This was a pleasant change of pace. I liked it.
So, I mentioned...
Go Harrison Ford. I love Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford. We'll have to return back to some Harrison Ford movies here later on. But The Wife, we were in... we'll get into our next movie now.
Okay.
Me and the wife were in town over. Your town.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And last weekend at the local game shop, and she saw 2 copies of this movie. Have you ever seen that movie?
8 Heads. I've never heard of that movie.
I had never heard of it either.
8 Heads in a Duffel Bag with Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Fantastic.
97 again. I have... where'd it go? 2 DVD copies of it.
Nice.
I think they were running a sale, and we picked up this one as well.
Never Ending Story double feature. Nice.
So I got one of the copies of the Joe Pesci movie for free. I'll find a way to fax you that movie so you can watch it.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be our next movie.
Sounds good.
Your wife picked
Sounds
one
good.
a while back, a couple movies ago. My wife's picking this one.
All right.
So
I'm interested. I don't know. I'm not gonna look anything up. I'm just gonna just watch it.
like I said,
I don't want to know anything about it. I'm assuming it's like an action comedy, being Joe Pesci, but you
oh
don't know.
man, does that really got? It's got David Spade in it. I'm sold.
What? How have I never heard of this movie?
I don't know. I don't know how it. How it's got him in it, and I did. Yep. I'm curious to see this one because I love I love me some David Spade. So there's our movies. That was kind of short and sweet there.
Yeah. If you can find 8 Heads in Duffel Bag, watch it with us.
Yeah. So I watched a different movie this week. I watched a Netflix movie that was fairly interesting. It's a newer Netflix movie. It's called Good on Paper.
Never heard of it.
The lead actress is a stand-up comedian that I watched. That Eliza Schlesinger.
Yeah.
She made it's her movie.
Okay, all right.
I think she wrote it, directed it, and she was in it. She was the main in that movie. And
Okay.
funny and a little messed up at the end, but done in a funny way.
All right.
Uh, really good watch. It's funny. It's got some crude humor and it's got some language, but
It's Eliza Schlesinger, so
yeah,
gonna.
yeah, it's good. As she's a aspiring comedian and actress in the movie,
Okay.
and that's what she is in real life. Her throughout the movie, it includes some of her stand up because she's actually a stand up comedian. In her character is a stand up comedian, so every once in a while, I'll pop in showing her doing some of her comedy, and I love her comedy. She's hilarious. Watched that movie this week, and what else? Did I watch anything else? I don't think so. Listen to no new music.
Me neither.
So
Me neither. Just gloss over that.
Yeah. So
I did listen to some Pantless podcasts. If you guys want to check that out, check them out.
If you did make it this far, I dropped a gaming video Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you're interested in watching me play through a game called Atomicrops, I think that's the name of the game. Honestly, I've already forgotten. Yeah, Atomicrops. It's an interesting game. Also, remember we played some Don't Starve together a while back?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's similar to that game, but this is more of a you have to farm. So when you jump into the game, it gives you like a little plot of land and like 4 or 5 seeds, and you have to plant your seeds. And when it becomes night, all the monsters come out. You have to defeat waves of monsters which are trying to eat your crops. And then once you survive the night, the helicopter takes you back to town, which I haven't figured out how to be like, I don't want to go back to town, but you sell your crops immediately, make money, get better weapons, go back to your farm, do that all again, but this time the waves of enemies will be stronger. I made it to the first two times I played, I made it to the final. The third night, like the third night, there's like a boss monster comes out and kills me every time. Except for the last playthrough I did in that recording. You'll have to go watch how that went.
Ooh.
The recording was weird. For some reason, my audio was super quiet. I don't know why my voice is good here, which is probably messed up here because I said that. But for some reason, the audio was super quiet, so I added some music to a couple places. But it was a fun game. I'll have to jump into it again. I haven't figured out exactly the benefit of continuing on, because when I died, I had to start over at day one.
With absolutely nothing.
Yeah, with nothing. I started with no money. Same items I had.
So you don't get a lot of time to equip then. There's no like grinding, right? You're just
you can
if you don't pick the right equipment in the first 2 nights, then you're just screwed the last night.
Almost, because you need to really grow a lot of crops in your first 2 nights, so you have enough money at the start of the third night of the third day to buy a better gun, so that you have a stronger gun to kill that boss monster. And I learned in the episode, I bought a shotgun. I was like, yeah, I love this shotgun. I'm gonna use it forever. You return back to town, and that weapon breaks, and it returns you back to the base gun. So
that is lame.
you always have your base gun, but if you upgrade to a better gun, it only lasts you 1 day, no matter what gun it is.
Ugh.
And the guns that he rotates. He only offers like 1 or 2 guns a day, and they're randomized. So you're like, we'll see what we're getting. And I was getting to the point where I had enough money every time I'd return to town to buy a new gun. So it was a good game. I have a few other games I'm wanting to get going. I think I might start doing one different game a week, and if I have time, revisiting a game later in the week, depending on how much time I've got during the week. I need you to get me some more Minish Cap.
Yeah, you're right.
I have one episode, but I have not yet that I've yet to edit.
That lame one?
No, I have
Okay.
I have one that you recorded that I've yet to do. No,
Okay, good.
Your episode 2 or 3 is lost to time.
Okay, good.
I have it. I can record it. I can do whatever with it later, but yeah, I accidentally skipped over that one, and it was the worst one he did.
Yeah.
So,
good.
But I think that's all we got.
Yeah, well, I do want to say, I don't know if we've talked about this.
Okay.
But we should. We need to set up some kind of friendly wager, like something, whoever wins the NFC East, if it's the whoever finishes higher, Cowboys or Redskins, or sorry, football team. Oh gosh, we're getting canceled. Football team, like the loser has to do something semi-publicly humiliating, like whether it be.
I do think semi-publicly humiliating.
Oh, we talked about that when we ran into each other at the mall.
Oh,
you know, either wear like a jersey or a ball cap, or change your profile picture to like
the other
opposing team around, like as their frame of your picture,
okay, so,
or something, and just say for like a week you'll have a frame. Something. We need to do something that is not gross, but is slightly degrading.
So you sent that message in our fantasy football league. Let me read that exact message so I can get some context here. I asked you what time our draft was.
Yeah.
And you said like Troy Aikman's number.
Look right above that.
Oh, I didn't see the 8. I guess Sean didn't see the 8 either. Because you said like Troy Aikman's number, and I'm like, I honestly for a minute I was like, crap, what number was he? Like, I honestly don't know his number. But then I had to make the comment about not being a fan.
Yeah.
And then you ignored that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't see the 8.
But yeah, we got to figure that one out. We got to figure it out. Something needs to happen. But something to think about. What are we gonna do?
What? So, you're saying whoever loses or whoever? So what happens? Oh, so what if Philadelphia wins the East? Do we both have to?
Whoever. Oh gosh. No.
Do we both have to wear a Giants jersey if the Eagles win?
No,
that's humiliating.
No. I just say it's based on whoever finishes higher in the division between our two teams. It would be kind of funny that if we both had to like do something based on the other team, but that's just not as fun because we're both getting grabbed by nobody.
And you notice I said the Eagles win instead of one of us because the Giants aren't doing jack nothing.
Right.
Nope.
The Eagles aren't going to do anything either, man. I think the Giants have a better shot than the Eagles. But the Cowboys are winning 11 games, so it doesn't even matter. Like, this is a moot point.
On paper, I think Dallas looks the best. But based off of returning players and last year's play, everybody's picking football team to repeat. We are the best team in the East this year. Which means we won't win it. Because the best team in the preseason never wins the division. Washington did beat Cincinnati in preseason.
I take no stock in preseason. Couldn't care less. That's just preseason's preseason. Your stud quarterback could throw 12 touchdowns, or they could throw 12 interceptions, and it means nothing. You cannot put any stock in preseason stuff.
Hey, a lot of important stuff happens in preseason. Ask
only
Tim,
injuries. That's the only important thing that ever happens. It's an injury.
Ask Timmy Tebow. Timmy Tebow. Ask him how important preseason was for him.
I haven't been following it. Did he?
He got cut after week 1 of preseason.
Oh,
Jacksonville.
how sad! How sad. Urban was like, "Sorry, bro."
So you ask him how important preseason is.
I guess
That honestly shocked the hell out of me that they cut him.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in my Twitter feed Monday morning. I was like, ouch. This is going to be and what's sad is that was like the big talk of the NFL all week. These big shows weren't talking about, all the good players. All they wanted to talk about was how Tebow got cut. And it's like,
right.
All right. So.
But yeah. Anyway, we'll figure that out.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I think we're about at that mark.
Oh yeah.
And,
so.
Get out of here.
If you.
The usual stuff. And follow us on whatever social medias we have. Everything's in the link in the description. We've got links for all of it. So jump in there, do something. And this time next week we'll be
we're
rolling with
we're drafting fantasy football tomorrow night, which I may or may not record. If we do something, I may record something for that tomorrow. We'll see how many people. Right. We'll see how many people jumped into the call tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna have a couple of my boys over here, so I might try to get the camera set up and have everybody here, but I don't know how it's gonna work with audio. Like, I could set up the mic, but I don't know how we're all gonna hear what's going on out there without causing some distortion. If that makes sense.
You're smart.
So I don't know.
You're a smart fella. You'll figure it out.
Maybe.
All right.
Do it. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.